one of the things that makes David, King David in the Bible, a very special child of God, because we're all children of God, is the fact that he lived a life in dependence on God. And I know many times we think we're all truly depending on God. So what do I mean by dependence? Is the fact that David would always ask, he would always inquire, God, what should I do? He literally gave God open-ended options, right? I mean, except for the one time when the kings went to war and he didn't go to war, and that literally cost him a lot of things. But let's leave that aside. If we look, for example, in 1 Samuel chapter 30, when he and his men got back to Ziklag, and the Bible says, they had come, the enemies had come and plundered all their things, right? And David went to God. So David didn't go to God to say, these men have come, they've taken our wives, they've taken our children, we are going to fight them, bless this journey, make sure that we overcome, make sure that we overtake, make sure that we recover, which is what many times we do, is that we just go to God with our own agenda and we say, God bless our agenda. But David, even in the midst of the trial, the pain, the loss, and even the anger of his men that he was facing at that time, in verse 8, he says, and David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I pursue this troop? Shall I overtake them? When you come with a shall I question, it means if God said no, it was no. And no would have been okay for David. And I want you to think about what no means. No means he wouldn't have gotten his wives, his children, his men's wives, his children. So no came with the cost that if God said no, the men might actually kill him. We don't know what no would have led to, because even then the men were already having a conversation and, already wanting to turn their back on him. But God said yes. But imagine if God said no. And this is what I'm trying to say, that in our relationship with God, it is not just you going to God and saying, bless my agenda, bless my plan, bless my pursuit. It is the other way around. How do you want me to go about this week? What do you want me to do? Should I go to this place? Should I not go here? Should I be with this person? Should I not be? Not just say, God, this is it, bless it. That is what it means to be dependent on God, to trust God enough that even when the answer that he gives you is not the one that you're expecting or that you like, you would accept it and you know that he loves you, and indeed all things are working together. His plans for you are for good. He knows and he sees what we cannot see, and we trust that he is the God of our lives. Take some time to think about that. God bless you.